ate noodles with no packet. Cereal with the can.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody seems to be talking about him. This is America's #1 bad boy, Chud. I know you thought Eric Kirk was nice.
Martin Luther King.
Chud.
Then Chud the Builder is the white supremacist version of Jesus.
Huh?
You would think from all of the support that he's getting that this guy is a religious hero.
In my opinion, that man had some big... He was going out and doing the exact same thing that black creators have been doing to white people for quite some time.
As you can see, he is still revered in many spaces, especially amongst...
So he's the racist guy. He's like the final boss of racism, apparently. From what I can depict from what's going on here, it seems as though he himself is the final boss of racism. And you know what? There's something... Get your bag, I guess. Hey, if the people love it, get your bag.
the white supremacists right. But besides the hostility towards black Americans, there was also another controversy. It was about Chud the Builder's sexuality.
Thanks.
You see, there were some photos that came out in the past.
Hey, yo!
Chud, and well, they did not look so masculine. If you look at him in this fairy outfit, it's much different than what we see of today. And then there were some suspicious...
Nigga, you can't go around making fun of other people and then you have this sitting on the internet. Like maybe if you kept these private in some sort of special journal with a little key on it, like a good boy, you wouldn't have this. But no.
Photos of him.
Here we are.
Especially the
Chud life.
I understand the blonde hair is one thing, but the yearbook one, yeah, Chud does look a little, But, I mean, it's just a look, right? You're right, Preach. Maybe I got it wrong. It's cool. Anybody can be trolling on the internet. Maybe it was Halloween. Maybe it was dress up day. I mean, we didn't have any evidence that Chud the Builder was gay, right?
I have not Dalton since like 2015. He was a little chubbier then. His cheeks used to clap in such like the cutest way. Now Chud, he doesn't even have a little chubby butt no more, so I probably wouldn't f him again. But I'm wondering, did you
excuse me?
bring that up because you want to spin the block?
Oh my God!
I mean, damn, that's just somebody bringing up something. No, it's true. Chud the Builder did see her in a stream, and he definitely acknowledged her. He used to sell weed to her. And I believe this person is, the technical term is hermaphrodite. They have both sexual organs.
I didn't know I was signing up for a fucking biology class. God damn.
Here are the two things we know. Chud the Builder dresses in drag. Chud the Builder can at least sell weed to hermaphrodites. But that doesn't make him gay, right?
No, hell no! Hell no!
Exactly. That doesn't mean that Chud the Builder is gay. He just takes a lot of gay photos.
Got him. All right. Well, I mean, listen, I think if you're gonna play off to be this one character, I think you got to really do a lot of damage control to make sure that nobody finds out this, I guess what we could call this other saucy side of you, if that makes any sense. If that makes any sense at all. But this other saucy side should be left there in the far corners, the far reaches where most of us can get to, because if you're gonna be this white supremacist, you can't have this laying around in the internet. How am I gonna take you seriously when you're throwing all these slurs at me when I know that there's pictures of you on the internet dressed as a fairy, huh?
Got him!
Then recently, there was this particular guy by the name of Poppers on TikTok. He doesn't have that many followers, but he is from the same town as Chud the Builder. And what do you know? He released some information.
So I don't know if it's already public knowledge.
Chud
that
files.
Chud the Builder guy, like the blatantly racist white guy that's in Tennessee and like just is blatantly racist. We're from the same town, and multiple times he sent me and my gay boyfriends nudes on Grindr. So
For some of you who don't know, Grindr is an app for the gay and bisexual community. It's like the homosexual version of Tinder. And this person said that Chud the Builder was sending him videos or some sort of pornographic.
Look at this guy, bro. This is the type of nigga that he wakes up, looks himself deep in his own eyes and says, I'm going to send some photos to some young, ooh, yikes.
Hates on Grindr. Hopefully not like Abba.
Oh, God damn.
I like Abba. I'm just joking, man. It's just jokes. Let's continue. This person is alleging that Chud the Builder is gay, and he's from the same city. He went viral on TikTok. The video got a lot of views. Then he also talked about another experience.
Okay, but low-key, I'm happy that my video outing Chud the Builder, aka Dalton, Italy or whatever, is getting like traction, because we went to the same high school together, and trigger warning, I was popular on Vine, like that was my thing. And one day I was staying after school for math tutoring because I needed help in math, and I was standing outside of the school, like on my phone, just like being on my phone, and he took a picture of me, then posted it to social media being like, this is what like the internet popular kids do in real life, like this is what they're actually like. I'm sitting there waiting for my mom to pick me up from after school tutoring, and you're taking a picture of me Right. So at the end of the day, I won, you're going to jail, if not prison, and your bond was $1.2 million. Like, okay, thank you.
You got him. Got bodied by a fairy nigga. You saw it right there, Chud.
He's saying that Chud the Builder is recording him and posting him like this is what the cool kids do on Vine, but it seems that Chud the Builder is kind of stalking him, and that's why he's referencing Chud the Builder for what he's been doing. But this would be challenged by somebody on Chud's side. They would have an issue with,
Is that Chud's lawyer? Who's that?
this young man's version of events. And he would say this.
Okay, and what's your point? You don't have one. You just saw an opportunity to get on your platform, take a trending topic, and bash somebody for an attribute that has
Oh, nothing better than a fellow racist coming to back you up about sending photos or not sending photos to young boys on Grindr. You gotta love where we're at in the internet right now. You gotta love where we're at with the internet. We're pretty much all just waiting for the Antichrist to show up at this point.
nothing to do with their case. Which I find ironic because aren't you guys the same ones that are going around flaunting your sexuality in public and then shaming everybody when they don't accept it? But here you are shaming a guy on the internet over his personal private preferences.
Now, this guy is upset, not with the fact that what the person is saying is correct, because he's almost accepting the fact that he believes that Chud the Builder is gay. He's not even denying it. According to him, he believes that, listen, yes, you're right, Chud is gay. But why are you shaming this guy for his sexuality? I mean, isn't that what you guys do all the time? He starts blaming him for being gay, but also Chud is gay. But let's look at it like this. It's okay for Chud the Builder
There's a lot of triggering words flying around in this fucking video right
to be gay privately, because it is his private life. But it's also okay for Chud the Builder to be able to go out and just disrespect black people for no reason? But that's not even the bad part, guys. You see, I want to deal with this guy who's sitting in the car because he probably thought that he had one up. The problem with people like himself in Pepper Spray Zone 2, the white chick who doesn't like black people, the issue is a problem in their argument. You see, I ended up going to Google Gemini, and I asked Google Gemini a very interesting question. Traditional white supremacist groups, how do they feel about homosexuality, especially those in moderate spaces, conservative Republican spaces, or extreme alt-right? Chud the Builder and Nick Fuentes. The response that I got was this. Across white supremacist, alt-right, and extreme nationalist movements, homosexuality is a highly contentious issue. While the baseline ideology across all these groups remains deeply rooted in a desire to preserve the white race, their strategic and philosophical approaches to homosexuality vary wildly, depending on whether they are trying to break into mainstream conservative spaces or operating in the fringe, internet culture-driven alt-right. Okay, so I literally screwed up. Google Gemini, AI, Chat GPTs, these things are always too broad. So I had to go back to the drawing board. I asked the better question. So Chud the Builder's community fits into where? And then it answered. Chud the Builder and his community occupy a specific hyper-volatile corner of the extreme alt-right. They do not fit into moderate or corporate conservative spaces at all. Google Gemini, you mother. So I had to go and look further. Then I found the answer. The stance on homosexuality, performative disdain, in these hyper-masculine, edgy streaming spaces.
You guys are throwing a lot of words, and I like that. I like when a lot of words are thrown around and it makes it just a little bit harder to understand what's really going on. What we can understand and say about this Chud the Builder guy, he clearly deserves to go to jail for the things that he's done. Pestering around all these colored people to make content, absolutely ridiculous, huh? The Goyim, yes, the Goyim, they are who they are, the Goy, but you don't need to bother people to make content. I think that has to be the stupidest approach to doing anything ever. And with that, I leave you, my liege. You guys know what a liege is? Anyway, sorry. Not a liege, not a leash. Okay.